Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Inviting all of you to get on board the Sri Lanka Youth Bridge. Youth is the hope of our future. The youth are the legends of tomorrow. Today's youth have potential to shape the world both in the present and in the future. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are gathered here in the name of the International Youth Day 2021, which was celebrated yesterday. The Russian House in Colombo, together with the National Youth Services Council of Sri Lanka, organized this special evening to connect Russian and Sri Lankan youth. Sri Lanka Youth Bridge is expected to create a new perspective to pave way for a brighter future for the youth and a pathway to endless opportunities. The aim of this program is to build a relationship between the youth of both countries. On this special occasion, I would like to welcome our partners and other organizations who join their hands with us to make this event happen today. First of all, I would like to welcome Mr. Damitha Wickramasinghe, Chairman, Director General of the National Youth Services Council of Sri Lanka, and also Mr. Rashitha Dalapala, Director Training, and Ms. Lihini Veerasinghe, Assistant Director, International Youth Relations Division of National Youth Services Council of Sri Lanka. And also I would like to welcome Youth Parliament members of Sri Lanka, members of Sri Lanka Youth Federation of the National Youth Services Council of Sri Lanka. We are very grateful to have the Russian Association Young Metallurgists with us today, aiming to connect Sri Lankan technical universities, technical institutes, and students with Russia. I welcome Mr. Vlasov Alexander, Chairman of the Russian Association Young Metallurgists, and Mr. Saha Biplov and other officials from that organization. On this special occasion, the University of Vocational and Technology in Sri Lanka has joined their hands together with our event. I warmly welcome Dr. Ravindra Poggalage, Dean of the Faculty of Engineering and Technology, and other officials and students from the University of Vocational Technology in Sri Lanka. Also, I would like to welcome Dr. Chitral Ambevatta, Senior Lecturer, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Faculty of Engineering, University of Ruhuna, who has also graduated from Patrice Lumumba Friendship University of Russia, one of our Russian graduates. New Generation is one of the key programs which connects the young representatives from across the globe. Our head office in Moscow, Rassatru Vinchestva, has been the state coordinator of the New Generation program, consisting of short trips to the Russian Federation for young representatives of foreign state policy, scientific and business circles. Russian House in Colombo has been able to provide delegates from Sri Lanka to this program since 2017 to represent the country. I warmly welcome all New Generation delegates from Sri Lanka who joined to the Sri Lanka Youth Bridge today, and our members of the Russian Club, students from the schools of the Russian House, and friends of the Russian House. Without taking time too much, let us proceed with the next segment in our agenda. Now I would like to invite Madam Anastasia Haklova, First Secretary of the Russian Embassy in Sri Lanka and Director of the Russian House in Colombo, to address us.
Thank you, Vinurika. Welcome all the participants of the Sri Lanka Youth Bridge. And first of all, I would like to thank the Youth Services Council of Sri Lanka and its chairman, Mr. Damitha Wickramasinghe, for cooperation in organizing this event, bringing us all together in this Friday evening, discussing one of the vital issues regarding youth, further promotion of bilateral ties in sphere of education, vocational training, and actually, no, so probably those are the closest to life spheres which need the guidance of the state as well, and the of course the initiative of the youngsters themselves. So it is gratifying to know that we have here with us the lecturers and speakers and administration of University of Vocational Technology and Ruhuna University of Sri Lanka. Moreover, I'm glad to acknowledge the initiative of the Russian Association Young Metallurgists to establish the working contacts with the Sri Lankan universities and attract Sri Lankan future engineers and metallurgists into the sphere of international cooperation, bringing thus our two countries closer together. No doubt that today's youth bridge will bring its participants closer, providing motivation, information, and inspiration for joint initiatives and professional youth network developments. I'm glad to acknowledge also the participation here with us, the members of Youth Service Council of Sri Lanka, Youth Parliaments, and Russian Club members as well. So on behalf of the Russian House in Colombo and the representative of the Russian Embassy in Sri Lanka, I'd like to tell a bit more about the opportunities which are being provided on the state level to the representatives of the younger generation of foreign countries, including Sri Lanka, of course. Those are the higher education scholarship program being implemented by the Russian government on the annual basis, and the new generation program. So as for the higher education program, maybe some of you do not know, so thus I would like to stress that the Russian government annually allocates 15,000 scholarships all over the world. And as for now, Sri Lanka gets 40 scholarships for higher education studies in Russia. It means all levels, bachelor's, specialists, master's degree, PhD studies, and also National Federation of Youth Clubs, please kindly switch off, you speaking now together with me, switch off your mic. Oh, perfect. So as for the higher education, any citizen of Sri Lanka is eligible to get a Russian state scholarships for higher studies at one of the state universities of the Russian Federation. To do so, you have to get registered at the website educationinrussia.com, and thus you'll get the opportunity to apply for a scholarship. And besides, we are now working at bringing that program of scholarship allocation. I hope we will discuss it further on with the Youth Services Council of Sri Lanka, because it also covers vocational training programs. Thus, we could also allocate scholarships which are meant for higher and professional education studies for Sri Lankan citizens through probably Youth Services Council, taking into consideration the recommendations of the Youth Council as for the vocational training. And also I would like the Vocational Technology University of Sri Lanka to join this discussion, because since we have opportunities, we should use them. And since the scholarships are allocated, it is for us to choose the best of the candidates from the Sri Lankan youngsters whom to send to Russia to get free of charge higher education at one of the worldly renowned, highly appreciated universities, state universities of the Russian Federation. Besides, I would like to stress that there is another means of strengthening communication and establishing the youth network and developing further the youth network between the representatives of the younger generation of the countries of the world, including, of course, Sri Lanka and Russia. That is the program New Generation, which this year celebrates its 10 years. That is Russian state governmental program, which implies inviting the foreign individuals aged from 25 to 35 years old to Russia to participate in various international forums, conferences, youth seminars, and summer schools, and whatsoever. So the list of those events to which the youngsters are invited is always updated. So every year there is something new, and it covers all the regions of Russia, so various parts of it, and very many various spheres of professional and social cooperation. So meaning like sometimes it covers technical sphere, and sometimes it is journalism, and thus we invite younger reporters and bloggers. Sometimes it has some focus on, for example, environments and environmental protection, or some other spheres of international cooperation. And thus I would like to stress that this New Generation program is also being carried out by the Россотрудничество, which is the head office to all Russian houses abroad and to Russian house in Colombo as well. And this program covers all the expenses, so you just have to be keen to go to Russia and to file your application, so that we have you at our pool of prospective participants. And when we get the request from Russia to provide appropriate candidates for this or that event being arranged in Russia within the program New Generation, we can send them, so offer you to go there and suggest Russia your application. So that is why I'd suggest that whoever is interested in this program, if you are aged from 25 to 35 years old, active, interested in professional developments, in developing the network of your professional contacts, and probably making new friends from various countries. If you are active in social sphere, meaning volunteering and activities with various sorts of funds and organizations, you are most welcome to file your application. Please address Ms. Venurika for that. We will collect them all to have them handy, and in future I believe that this program will develop on and include more Sri Lankan participants, because normally we have 2 participants per year, but we are working on enlarging the number of participants from Sri Lanka. So those are at least 2 means of cooperation, which are real instruments, prospective and effective at this extent, which are being used by the Russian House in Colombo, together with our partner organizations, to further promoting the cooperation between the two countries and including the youngsters of the two countries into the process with the help, of course, of our Sri Lankan alumni organization, comprising of the graduates from Russian and Soviet universities, and our Friendship Association, and other friends of Russia, which are quite numerous here in Sri Lanka, to my heartfelt, gratifying feeling. And thus, I'm glad also that despite the pandemic, we have gathered here on Zoom discussing the issues which I'd like to stress are vital for further development of ties between our two countries at, first of all, probably educational and professional level, and of course at people-to-people level, which like, you know, states normally take decisions, and people are those who implement these decisions in everyday life. And I feel that here we have the opportunities and all the resources to fulfill the aim of bringing the two countries closer, of using the resources which we have already. And I'm glad that the initiative on Sri Lankan side is represented by both the official Youth Services Council and Youth Parliament, and the representatives of general youth by Russian Club, and by the participants of New Generation program as well. So thank you. I'm now passing the floor and wishing success to the Ruslanka Youth Bridge. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Anastasia. Now I would like to invite Mr. Damita Wickramasinghe, Chairman and Director General of the National Youth Services Council of Sri Lanka.
Thank you very much. Good evening. Madam Anastasia, Director of the Russian House, all other members from the Russian House staff, and all stakeholders, my fellow employees, as well as Youth Federation, as well as Youth Parliament members attached to NYSC, and all other distinguished guests. First of all, I would like to emphasize on the long-standing friendship enjoyed by Sri Lanka with the Russian Federation. I think it runs as far as the foundation of the Russian Republic was established, and even during the Soviet era, where Russia especially has been a all-weather friend to Sri Lanka in all, you know, times of good and bad, especially in terms of youth development as well as economic development. There are several key projects that can be identified, especially in the economic sector, where most of the factories and industrialization donated during the 1970s was initiated mainly and donated mainly by the Russian Federation. Also, in terms of, I think, youth exchange, especially in the higher education sector, even as far as from 1960s, Sri Lanka has had the opportunity of getting scholarships for Sri Lankan students to visit as well as study in Russia. So I think, first of all, I must be sincerely thankful for the long-standing cooperation, and I'm very much looking forward for a very fruitful cooperation in the future. If I am to tell you, as the apex body for youth development in Sri Lanka, the National Youth Services Council under which the Youth Federation Clubs of Sri Lanka, also the Youth Parliament is established. And currently 6% of the youth population of Sri Lanka is directly registered or involved with the NYSC in several of our programs and projects that we carry out. And also as stakeholders, another 49% of the population, youth population of Sri Lanka has some sort of a interaction or interconnectivity with the National Youth Services Council. So I think that itself showcases how important and what kind of a major role that the NYSC plays within the youth committee as well as the youth development of the country. So currently under His Excellency President's leadership as well as our very able and young youth minister, Minister Namal Rajapaksha's leadership, we have emphasized focus on 3 key areas, which is youth entrepreneurship development and digitalization for the future, as well as youth soft skills and getting the youth ready to be employable, because that is also one of the hitches that the current youth society faces. So looking forward, I think where we can strongly partner and we can have a strong interrelationship is in the areas of vocational training, where I think Russia has gone from strength to strength, as well as higher education. Even currently, I think there is a large community of Sri Lankan students studying in Russia, especially in the medical sector. Also, in terms of culture, I think since we have a long-standing history of partnership, we are very much open to see what kind of avenues that we can, open up in terms of cultural partnerships that we can do in the future. Also, youth leadership, I think also youth leadership as well as volunteerism, I think in that area, Russia has shown advancement as well as especially in the area of volunteerism. So I think that is also one area that we can work together and see how we can, create a synergy and look forward for a future partnership. So all in all, I think just to sum things up, I think I'm really happy to have taken leadership in this Russia-Sri Lanka Youth Partnership Program. And we are very much looking forward for a very fruitful partnership, and especially my heartfelt, sincere thanks goes out to the Russia House as well as Madam Anastasia for coming forward to create this bridge for the youth of Sri Lanka to engage with the. Let me also emphasize and give a advice to our young members who are joining this conversation, especially the members from Sri Lanka. This government has a key focus of internationally exchanging ideas, exchanging concepts, see how we can interconnect and add value to the betterment of both countries. So I think I would like to invite the youth of this country to reap the maximum benefit of this program, which NYSC and the Russian House has come forward to put together. Thank you very much. Ayubowan.
Thank you very much, Mr. Damita Wickramasinghe, Chairman and the Director General of the National Youth Services Council of Sri Lanka. And next, I would like to invite Mr. Vlasov Alexander, Chairman of the Russian Association Young Metallurgists, and Dr. Ranjana Senasinghe will translate his speech into Sinhalese.
Дорогие коллеги, дорогие друзья, я рад вас приветствовать. Я надеюсь, что меня хорошо слышно. В самом начале выступления я хочу поблагодарить профессора, который будет переводить меня. Спасибо за такую большую честь. Мы, правда, думали, что большинство представителей из России будут выступать на русском, поэтому решили выступать на русском.
සුබ දවසක් ඔබ සියලු දෙනාටම සුබ දවසක් රුසියාවේ සිට ඔබ මෙසේ ආමන්ත්‍රණය කරන්න ලැබීම පිළිබඳව මම ඉතාම සන්තෝෂ වෙනවා. ඒ වගේම මේක සිංහල භාෂාවට පරිවර්තනය කිරීමට පරිවර්තකයෙක් ලැබීම පිළිබඳවත් මගේ සතුට මේ අවස්ථාවේදී ප්‍රකාශ කරනවා.
Я хочу рассказать вам про инициативу, которую придумали молодые студенты, аспиранты и ученые в России.
Будьте добры, уважаемый господин
Хорошо,
Власов, вы не могли бы повторить?
Хорошо, и чуть-чуть погромче буду говорить. Коллеги, я вам хочу рассказать про инициативу, которую придумали молодые ученые и студенты в России, которая вот уже на протяжении 6 лет в России объединяет студентов технических вузов.
රුසියාවේ තාක්ෂණ ශිල්පක්‍රම පිළිබඳව උගන්වන උසස් අධ්‍යාපන ආයතනවල තරුණ විද්‍යාඥයින් විසින් මීට වසර 6කට පෙර ක්‍රියාත්මක කරන ලද ව්‍යාපෘතියක් පිළිබඳව තමයි මම අද ඔබට විස්තර කරන්න බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ.
Я говорю о чемпионате среди студенческих команд под названием Metal Cup.
Извините, то есть, но господин Власов, то есть, повторите, будьте добры, то есть, со звуком тут проблема некоторая.
Я говорю о чемпионате, который объединяет студенческие команды и называется кейсовый чемпионат Metal Cup.
මට මේ කියන්නේ මේ අපි තරංගයක් විදිහට මේක සංවිධානය කරලා තියෙනවා මේ විවිධ ස්ථානවල ඉන්න කණ්ඩායම් මේ තාක්ෂණික ශිල්පක්‍රම පිළිබඳ ප්‍රවැත්වෙන කියන්නේ තරංගවලට.
Уважаемые коллеги, и чтобы вам было понятнее и нагляднее, позвольте я включу презентацию.
ඔබලාට මේක පහසුවෙන් තේරුම් ගන්නට හැකි වන ආකාරයට මම දැන් මගේ ප්‍රසන්ටේෂන් එක ඉදිරිපත් කරන්න බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා.
Чемпионат проходит среди разных образовательных учреждений в России, и не только в России. Он создан для того, чтобы делать популярнее техническое творчество и науку.
Будьте добры, еще раз.
Чемпионат создан для того, чтобы делать популярнее техническое творчество и науку не только в России, но и во всем мире.
රුසියාවේ පමණක් නෙවෙයි ඒ වගේම ලෝකයේ වෙනත් රටවලත් මේ තාක්ෂණික අධ්‍යාපනය සහ මේ තාක්ෂණික නිර්මාණකරණය ජනප්‍රිය කිරීමට තමයි අපි උත්සාහ ගන්න.
Основной особенностью чемпионата является...
Немножко подождите, пожалуйста, тут вот со звуком некоторая проблема, то есть 10 секунд, будьте добры.
С моего места, если будете, будет там нормально, там все хорошо слышно. Спасибо вам, что вообще согласились.
Да, господин Власов, будьте добры.
Можно продолжать, да?
Да.
Основной особенностью нашего чемпионата является решения студентами реальных производственных задач.
අපි මේ පවත්වන්නට බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන තරඟයේ ප්‍රධාන අරමුණ වන්නේ තාක්ෂණික ගැටලු निराකරණය කර ගැනීමට පෙළඹවීම සහ ඒ ගැටලු निराකරණය කර ගන්න ආකාරය අනුව ජයග්‍රහණයන් අත්පත් කර දීම.
По специальной технологии мы ставим студента на позицию руководителя, на позицию главного инженера, либо главного механика, для того, чтобы он почувствовал себя в данной профессии и лучше понял, стоит ли ему заниматься этой профессией в будущем, либо не стоит.
මේකෙදි බලාපොරොත්තු වන්නේ මේ තාක්ෂණික අධ්‍යාපන ලබන ශිෂ්‍යයන් මේ තාක්ෂණික ශාස්ත්‍රයේ කල්පනාකාරවරුන් එහෙම නැත්නම් ඒ පිළිබඳව පරීක්ෂණයේ යෙදෙන අය ඒවා ප්‍රායෝගික භාවිතාවේ ක්‍රියාත්මක කරන හැටියට යම්කිසි අත්දැකීමක් මේ තරුණින්ට ලබා දෙන්න ඒ අනුව ඔවුන්ට තමන්ගේ අනාගත වෘත්තිය තෝරා ගැනීම පිළිබඳව යම්කිසි මඟ පෙන්වීමක් සිදු කරන්න.
Университеты в настоящее время дают хорошую фундаментальную подготовку для студентов, но они не могут научить студентов работать в команде, они не могут студентов научить быть предпринимателями и бизнесменами.
වර්තමාන ලෝකයේ තියෙන විශ්වවිද්‍යාල වලින් විශේෂයෙන්ම තාක්ෂණික විශ්වවිද්‍යාල වලින් ඉතාම හොඳ තාක්ෂණික අධ්‍යාපනයක් ලබා දෙනවා. එසේ වුවත් මේ ප්‍රායෝගික ශාස්ත්‍රයේ කටයුතු කරන ආකාරය, එහෙම නැත්නම් ව්‍යාපාරිකයෙක් හැටියට කටයුතු කරන ආකාරය, එහෙම නැත්නම් මේ කියන්නේ තාක්ෂණඥයෙක් විදිහට යම්කිසි තැනක කටයුතු කරන්න ගියාම ඒකෙදි මොන දෙන ගැටලුවට මොන දෙන ආකාරය පිළිබඳව විශ්වවිද්‍යාලයේදී ප්‍රමාණාත්මක දැනුමක් ලැබෙන්නේ නැහැ.
В нашем чемпионате эти вопросы решаются. И при этом студенты практикуются и показывают свои лучшие качества будущим работодателям.
මේ තරඟයේ ඔස්සේ අපි බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ ඒ මම කලින් සඳහන් කරපු අවස්ථාව වැනි අවස්ථාවන්ට මුහුණ දෙන්න සිදු වෙනකොට ඒවට තමන්ගේ මේ කුසලතාවන් පෙන්වන්නේ අනාගතයේ තමන් රාජකාරී කරගෙන යන ස්ථානවල ඉන්න කල්පනාකරුවන්ට.
Мы уже проводим в России чемпионат 6 лет. И последние 2 года в нашем чемпионате принимают также участие 10 стран, включая Китай, Бразилию, Индонезию, Филиппины и другие.
අපි අවුරුදු 6ක් තිස්සේ මේ තරඟය පවත්වන රුසියාව ඇතුලේ ඒක අමතරව දැනට සම්බන්ධ වෙලා තියෙන තවත් රටවල් 10ක්
Левит он. Я что-то не нашла промывалку дома. Надо купить,
В 2017 году в Россию, в город, сибирский город Красноярск, приехали команды из Ямайки, Бразилии и забрали кубок чемпиона. Вы можете видеть эти команды на фотографии.
Сибирский город, какой город?
Это господин Власов, это в Красноярск, да, приехали?
Красноярск, да.
Ага. Вот රුසියාවේ සයිබීරියාවේ තියෙන ක්‍රස්නයාර්ස්ක් කියන නගරයට වහුගිය අවුරුද්දේදී ආවා ජමයිකාවේ සහ බ්‍රසීලයේ කණ්ඩායම් මේ තරගයට සහභාගී වෙලා ඔවුන් මේකේ ප්‍රථම ස්ථානය අරගෙන ඒ කුසලානි දිනාගත්තා.
Участники того чемпионата до сих пор общаются, дружат. И вот эта связь и знакомство очень сильно помогает им в дальнейшем развитии, будь то научная деятельность или профессиональная на каком-то предприятии.
මේ කණ්ඩායම් මේ තරගයට සහභාගී වෙච්ච කණ්ඩායම් අතරේ බොහොම හොඳ ලිංගිකත්වයක් මිත්‍රත්වයක් ඇති වුණා. ඔවුන් අද දක්වාම එකිනෙකා සමග අදහස් සුමාරු කරගන්නවා. ඒ වගේම කතාබස් කරගන්නවා ඔවුන්ගේ ඒ සම්බන්ධතාවය තවදුරටත් පවත්වාගෙන යනවා. ඒක ඔවුන් වැඩ කරන ස්ථානවල තිබෙන සමහර කියන්නේ විද්‍යාත්මක පරීක්ෂණ ගැටලු, ඒ වගේම තාක්ෂණික ගැටලු එකිනෙකා සමග සාකච්ඡා කර විසඳා ගන්න හොඳ අවස්ථාවක් ඇති කර දීලා තිබෙනවා.
Каждый год в России мы проводим финал национального чемпионата в разных городах России. Определяем лучшую команду нашей страны, которая в дальнейшем едет на международный финал.
රුසියාවේ කවර හෝ නගරයක හැම අවුරුද්දකම අපි මේ තරගය පවත්වනවා. ඒ තරගය පවත්වලා රුසියාවේ මේ තරගයට ඉදිරිපත් වෙන හොඳම කණ්ඩායම අපි තෝරගන්නවා. ඒ කණ්ඩායම පසුව ලෝකයේ විවිධ රටවල් වලට යනවා මේ තරග වාරයට සහභාගී වෙන්න.
Еще один международный финал состоялся в 2019 году в Красноярске. Победителем стала команда Китая. И на следующий год финал уже прошел в их стране.
2019 දී මේ අවසාන ජාත්‍යන්තර තරගය පැවැත්වුණේ ක්‍රස්නයාර්ස්ක නගරයේදී. ඒ තරගයෙන් චීන කණ්ඩායම ජයග්‍රහණය කෙරුවා. ඉන් පසුව ඔවුන්ගේ ස්ථානයේ තමයි පැවැත්වෙන්නේ මේ අවසාන තරගය.
Следующий год финал мы проводили в Инчжоу, в Китае, в бизнес-столице Китая, как ее еще иногда называют.
චීනයේ වාණිජ කේන්ද්‍රයක් හැටියට සැලකෙන වෙන්ජෝව් නගරයේ තමයි ඊට පස්සේ අවුරුද්දේදී, ඒ කියන්නේ 2020 දී මේ ජාත්‍යන්තර තරගය පැවැත්වුණේ.
Ну и вот на фотографии уже победители международного финала команда из России.
තරගයේදී 2020 චීනයේ පැවැත්වුණු තරගයේ ජයග්‍රහණය ලැබුවේ රුසියාවෙන්ගේ කණ්ඩායම.
Темой чемпионата в этом году является устойчивое развитие.
මේ 2021 මේ පැවැත්වෙන මේ තරග වාරයේ මාතෘකාව හැටියට තේමාව හැටියට අරගෙන තියෙන්නේ ස්ථාවර සංවර්ධනය, ස්ථිරසාර සංවර්ධනය.
Вместе с компаниями мы придумываем кейсы, которые посвящены снижению климатического воздействия промышленных предприятий.
ඒකෙදි මාතෘකාව හැටියට අරගෙන තියෙන්නේ මේ කියන්නේ තාක්ෂණික කියන්නේ කර්මාන්ත ශාලා වලින් පරිසරයට සිදු කරන බලපෑම.
А участники чемпионата придумывают сотни решений реальных кейсов.
සිද්ධ වෙන හානිකර කාලගුණික දේශගුණික බලපෑම ඒක අඩු කර ගැනීම පිළිබඳව මේ විවිධ කණ්ඩායම් නොඑක ආකාරයෙන් කල්පනා කරලා සිය ගණනක් විසඳුම් මේවට ඉදිරිපත් කරනවා.
В итоге у нас получается система, которая очень хорошо и давно работает в спорте. Тренируются команды до официальных матчей, встреч и игр. А также у нас студенческие команды во время занятий в университете тренируются, а уже свои лучшие качества показывают на финалах нашего чемпионата.
මේකෙදි මේ තාක්ෂණික ගැටලු විසඳීම පමණක් නෙවෙයි මේක ඒ වගේම මේ තරඟවාරයේ අතරවාරයේ ක්‍රීඩා කටයුතු සිදු කරනු ලබනවා. ඒ අනුව ඒ කණ්ඩායම් තමන්ගේ විවිධ තමන් දක්ෂ විවිධ ක්‍රීඩා ඉසව් ඔස්සේ පුහුණුවීම් කටයුතු සිදු කරනවා.
В чемпионате мы используем также спортивную систему. У нас есть этапы четвертьфинала, полуфинала и финального тура, где у нас определяются лучшие из лучших.
මේ තරඟවාරය පැවැත්වීමේදීත් අපි මේ ඒ කියන්නේ ක්‍රීඩා තරඟවාරයක් පවත්වන ආකාරයටම ඒ කියන්නේ සෙමි ෆයිනල්ස් ෆයිනල්ස් ඒ විදිහට එන විදිහට තමයි මේ තරඟය සංවිධානය කරලා තියෙන්නේ.
опыт проведения чемпионата в России показывает, что данная инициатива, она является очень важной и полезной как для компаний, так для университетов и самих студентов.
මේක සංවිධානය කළ තියෙන මේක ඒ රටවල් වලට පමණක් නෙවෙයි යම් කිසි තාක්ෂණික සමාගම් වලට ඒ වගේම විශ්වවිද්‍යාල වලට විශේෂඥයින්ට සහ මේකට සහභාගී වන ශිෂ්‍යයින්ට සහ තරුණයින්ට මේකෙන් ප්‍රයෝජනයක් ලැබෙන ආකාරයට.
Я рад, что в этом году в международном финале, который состоится 6 сентября, у нас также примет команда из Шри-Ланки.
මේ වසරේ පැවැත්වෙන මේ තරගයට අපි බොහොම සන්තෝෂයි සඳහන් කරන ලංකාවෙනුත් කණ්ඩායමක් සහභාගී වෙනවා.
И в следующем году мы уже планируем запускать чемпионаты, национальные чемпионаты в нескольких странах. Я надеюсь, что с вашей страной мы тоже обсудим этот вопрос и найдем важные пути продвижения чемпионата, его развития.
ඒ වගේම අපි දැන් මේ තරඟ වාරය ඇතුලේ එක් රටවල් වල ජාතික මට්ටමින් මේ තරඟ පැවැත්වීමට අපි කටයුතු සම්පාදනය කරලා තිනවා. ඒ අනුව රටවල් කිහිපයක මේ අවුරුද්දේ ඔවුන්ගේ රටවල් ඇතුලේ හොඳම කණ්ඩායම් තෝරා ගැනීම සඳහා තරඟ පැවැත්වෙනවා. ඉතින් මම බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා අනාගතයේදී ලංකාව සමගත් මෙවැනි තරඟ පවත්වන්න සංවිධානය කරන්න අපට හැකියාව ලැබෙයි කියලා.
Кроме того, я хочу сказать о том, что у нас со следующего года стартует чемпионат по развитию сельского хозяйства, по развитию строительного сектора, по развитию такой отрасли, как лесозаготовка и деревопереработка.
ඒ වගේම මේ තරඟ වාරයට සම්බන්ධව මේ කෘෂි කර්මාන්තය ඒ වගේම මේ දැව කර්මාන්තය සහ දැව පිරිසකසුම් කිරීම ආදී ක්ෂේත්‍ර වලට සම්බන්ධ තරඟ වාරක් සංවිධානය කරන්න අපි බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා.
Ну и, уважаемые коллеги, я хочу в конце сказать, что для развития нашего общества очень важно эффективно использовать инновационный потенциал, который есть у молодежи.
මේ තරුණයන් සතුව තිබෙන මේ නව නිර්මාණ කිරීමේ මේ තියෙන හැකියාව ඊටම කාර්යක්ෂම ඵලදායී විදිහට ප්‍රයෝජනෙට ගැනීමට මේ තරඟ වාරයේ පාවිච්චි කිරීම තමයි අපි බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ.
Молодежь является будущим. Молодые люди лучше осваивают технологии будущего. У них свои ценности, у них свои подходы к жизни. И нам очень важно сделать таким образом, чтобы максимально эффективно обеспечивать их образование и вовлечение в реальную практическую жизнь.
තරුණයන් කියන්නේ ලෝකයේ අනාගතය මේ තරුණයන් සතුව තියෙන මේ දක්ෂතා කුසලතා ඒ වගේම නව තාක්ෂණ වේදයන් හඳුන්වා දීමට ඒ තාක්ෂණ වේදයන් ප්‍රායෝගික ජීවිතේ භාවිතාවට යෙදවීමට ඒ වගේම ඒක මේ කියන්නේ අන්‍යෝන්‍ය වශයෙන් වෙනත් ක්ෂේත්‍රවලම සම්බන්ධ කරලා මේක කියන්නේ අනාගතයේ වැඩදායි විදිහට නව ප්‍රවේශයන් සකස් කරගන්න විවිධ ගැටලු කරේ නව ප්‍රවේශයන් සකස් කරගන්න ඒ ආදී දේවල් වලට මේ තරුණින්ගේ මේ ශක්තිය උපයෝගී කර ගැනීම තමයි අපේ අපේක්ෂාව.
Мы надеемся на интересное сотрудничество с вашей страной, но также желаем вашей команде успеха на международном финале Metal Cup.
අපි ඔබගේ රටත් සමග ලංකාවත් සමග අනාගතයේදී වඩාත් කිට්ටුවෙන් කටයුතු කරන්න සහයෝගීතාවක් පවත්වා ගන්න කටයුතු කරනවා. ඒක අපි හැම දිනකටම ඵලදායී දෙයක් වේවි.
Всего хорошего, до свидания.
ඔබ සියලු දිනකටම සියලු කටයුතු සාර්ථක වේවා. නැවත අපි හමු වෙමු.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Vlasov Alexander, for your speech and proposal. And thank you, Dr. Anjana Sensinga, for translating Mr. Vlasov's speech to us. Now, I would like to invite Ms. Chilani Atulugama for a speech and a presentation. Ms. Chilani Atulugama, a new generation delegate from Sri Lanka. She is going to share her experience about the Altai Asia Summit, which she has participated.
මාව ඇහෙනවා කියලා මම හිතනවා හැමෝටම. Thanks for inviting me to do this session. So I would like to switch my language to Sinhala since my PowerPoint going on English medium. So my verbal language is Sinhala. මගේ නම චිලානි අටලුගමගේ. අපි ජාත්‍යන්තර තාරුණ්‍ය දිනය සමරන පුතක මෙවැනි අවස්ථාවක මේ රුසියානු ශ්‍රී ලංකා තරුණ බැම්ම පිළිබඳ කතා කිරීමේදී new generation program එකට සහභාගී වෙච්ච delegate කෙනෙක් එහෙම නැත්නම් නියෝජිතයෙක් විදියට මේ session එක ආමන්ත්‍රණය කිරීමට ලැබීම මම හිතනවා මගේත් වාග්යක් ඒ වගේම මෙතන අසා සිටින ඔබෙත් වාග්යක් කියලා. අපි මුලින්ම දැනගමු මොකක්ද මේ new generation program එක කියලා කියන්නේ. ඇත්තටම new generation program එක කියලා කියන්නේ 2011 දී ලෝකයේ හැම රටකම තියෙනවා රුසියානු මධ්‍යස්ථාන. මේ රුසියානු මධ්‍යස්ථානවල පවතින head office එකට කියන්නේ රස්තුරුට්නිචෙත්ස්කෝ කියලා. මේ ආයතනයේ විසින් 2011 දී කරනවා එක program එකක් new generation program. ඒක කියන්නේ තමන්ගේ මේ රුසියානු සංස්කෘතික මධ්‍යස්ථාන පවතින රටවල් වල සිටින තරුණ ප්‍රජාවට ඇවිල්ලා රුසියාවේ පවතින දේශපාලන ආර්ථික සමාජ හා සංස්කෘතික කියන මේ ලක්ෂණ මොනවාද මේවායේ අත්දැකීම් ලබා ගන්න අවස්ථාවක් තෝතැන්නක් ලබා දීමට පොඩි ෂෝට් ට්‍රිප් එකක් තමයි මේකෙන් අරමුණ වෙන්නේ. එතකොට මේ දිහා බැලුවම අරමුණු ගොඩාක් පවතින ඇත්තරම. ඒ කියන්නේ අරමුණු ගත්තොත් තාරුණ්‍ය බලගැන්වීම ගැන අපි අද කතා කරන මොහොතක new generation program එක කොච්චරක් දුරට මේකට ප්‍රයෝගී වෙනවද කියලා ඇත්තටම පෙන්වා දෙන්න පුළුවන්. මොකද රුසියාවේ පවතින දේශපාලන හෝ වේවා ආර්ථික සමාජ සංස්කෘතික විද්‍යාත්මක සංස්කෘතික පැත්තෙන් ඒ විතරක් නෙමෙයි ඔවුන් අඳින පාලන දින විදිහ ඔවුන්ගේ විවිධ සංස්කෘතික අත්දැකීම් මොනවාද ඔවුන්ට ආවේනික වූ ආහාර මේ කියන හැම සංස්කෘතික ලක්ෂණයක්ම අත්දැකීම් විදියට ලබා ගැනීමට හැකියාව ලබා දෙන ඔබ මේ new generation program එකට සහභාගී වීම තුලින්. ඉතින් ඇත්තටම මට මේ new generation program එකට සහභාගී වෙනකොට මට අවස්ථාවක් හම්බුණා Altai Asia Summit එකට සහභාගී වෙන්න. ඒ කියන්නේ new generation program එකේ තියෙන අරමුණක් තමයි ඇත්තටම කවදා හරි මුළු රුසියාවම cover කරන එක. ඒක තමයි new generation program එකේ තියෙන ඉලක්කය. ඉතින් මට කලින් ගොඩක් ඩෙලිගේට්ස්ලා සහභාගී වෙලා තියෙනවා. මම හිතන්නේ මට කලින් චාමර සුමනපාල සහභාගී වුණා මොස්කව් නගරයේ පැවති සමුළුවකට. ඒ වගේම ඔහුගෙන් පසුව මට හැකියාවක් හම්බුණා Altai Asia කියන රීජන් එකේ පැවති youth summit එකට මට සහභාගී වෙන්න. එතකොට අපි දැන් හැමෝටම එන ප්‍රශ්නයක් තමයි මේක කීයක් හරි අපෙන් අතෙන් යනවද ඒ ප්‍රශ්නත් එනවා නෑ මේක 100% free program එකක්. ඕගොල්ලන් මම මේ audience එක දිහා බැලුවම youth audience එක ඕගොල්ලන් ඇත්තටම මේ මුහු වෙලා ඉන්නේ මේ වෙලාවේදී සම්බන්ධ වෙලා තින්නේ ඉතාමත් හොඳ තැනක හොඳ ආරම්භයක කියලා අපිට කියන්න පුළුවන්. මොකද ඔබේ තාරුණ්‍ය බල ගන්නවන්න youth empowerment කියන එකට ලොකු ආශිර්වාදයක් වෙනවා ඔබ රුසියානු මධ්‍යස්ථානය සමග එකතු වීම නිසා. මොකද මෙවැනි new generation program එකකට සහභාගී වීම තුලින් ඔබට හැකියාවක් ලැබෙනවා ඔබේ රට නියෝජනය කරන්න. මම හිතන්නේ අපි අපේ ජීවිතය තුළ ලබන ලොකු අත්දැකීමක් කියලා කිව්වොත් ඒක නිවැරදි. ඒ කියන්නේ ලොකු ගෞරවයක් අපි අපේ රට ඉන්ටර්නැෂනලි අන්තර්ජාතික වශයෙන් ගිහිලා නියෝජනය කරාත්තේ. ඉතින් මම මේ පොඩි ඡායාරූප කිහිපයක් මෙතන යොදාගෙන තියෙනවා. සාමාන්‍යයෙන් අපි නිවුස් වල එහෙම නැත්නම් ප්‍රවෘත්ති වල අපි දකිනවා කොහොමද ඉන්ටර්නැෂනලි සමිට්ස් වලට ගියාපුවම කොයි වගේ අත්දැකීමක් පවා ලබා ගැනීමට ඔබට හැකියාව ලැබෙනවා. ඉතින් ඒක මම දකිනවා ප්‍රධාන බෙනිෆිට් එකක් විදියට. ඊට අමතරව තවත් බෙනිෆිට්ස් තියෙනවා. I think ඔයගලන්ට පුළුවන් එක්ස්ප්ලෝර් රෂියා කියන රෂියාව එක්ස්ප්ලෝර් කරන්න. මම හිතන්නේ දැන් යූත් එක නියෝජනය කරන අය ඔබ හරි ආසති එක තැනකට කොටු වෙලා ඉන්නේ නැති වෙන. දැන් මේ කොවිඩ් තත්ත්වයක් එක්ක ඇත්තටම අද අපි මේ ඔන්ලයින් මාර්ගගත කිරීම තුළ හම්බුණාට මේක ඇත්තටම ෆිසිකලි සිද්ධ වුණා නම් මීට වඩා ගොඩක් සුන්දර වෙන්න තිබේ. ඒ වගේ තමයි යූත් එක කැමති නැහැ ගොඩක් එක තැනක ඉන්න. ඉතින් ඕගොල්ලන්ට පුළුවන් මේ රුසියානු මධ්‍යස්ථානයත් එක්ක එකට එකතු වීම තුලින් නිව් ජෙනරේෂන් ප්‍රෝග්‍රෑම් වගේ දේවල් හරහා රුසියාවේ ඔවුන් ලබා දෙන අපිට විවිධ ප්‍රදේශයන් වලට සංක්‍රමණය කරා. ඉතින් ඇත්තටම කිව්වොත් මම මේ මගේ මේ අල්තා ඒෂියා සමිට් එක ගැන කතා කරොත් මගේ මූලික පළමු නැවතුම වුණේ මොස්කව්. ඊට පස්සේ මම නව සයිබීරියාවට ගියා. නව සයිබීරියාවෙන් බානුවර කියන නගරයට ගියා. ඉතින් මේ සම්පූර්ණ ගමන තුලම මම ඊටම මිහිරි අත්දැකීම් ලැබුවා. සාමාන්‍ය මට හැකියාවක් හම්බුණා මම ලංකාවේ ඉඳන් යන්න කලින් තිබ්බ අදහසුයි තිබ්බ දේවලුයි ඒවා එක්තරා විදිහක වෙනස් වීමක් දක්නට ලැබුණා. මම හිතන්නේ මට ඇත්තටම කාල වේලාව මදි ඒක කතා කරන්න. නමුත් අපි ටිකක් යමු. ඊට පස්සේ තමයි ප්‍රධානම දේ ඔයාගේ නෙට්වර්ක් එක බ්‍රෝඩ් කරගන්න පුළුවන්. කියන්නේ හම්බෙනවා අලුත් යාළුවෝ ඉන්ටර්නැෂනලි. ඒ කියන්නේ දැන් ඒ සමිට් එකකට ගියාපුවම මේ වගේ දෙයකට සහභාගී වුණාම ඒ රටේ කියන්නේ රුසියාවේ සමාජිකයන් විතරක් නෙමෙයි වෙනත් රටවල් වලින් එන සමාජිකයන් ගොඩක් අය ඉන්නවා. මේ ඔබට පේනවා ඇති අපිට මේ රාත්‍රී භෝජන සංග්‍රහයක් ලබා දීලා තියෙනවා ලස්සන ඩිනර් එකක්. මේ අතර මේ මට මෙතනදී අවස්ථාව හම්බුණා කොම්පෝට් කියන ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ මේ ඩ්‍රින්ක් එක බොන්න. මේක අතර මේ රෂියන් බෙරිස් කියලා කියන මේ රෂියන් බෙරිස් වලින් හදන ඩ්‍රින්ක් එක මේ කොම්පෝට් කියලා කියන්නේ. ඉතින් අදටත් අපේ මිත්‍රත්වයේ ඒ විදියටම තියෙනවා. කිසිම ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැතුව අපි අපේ මිත්‍රත්වයට අදටත් අපි නිව් ජෙනරේෂන් ප්‍රෝග්‍රෑම් එකට මම සහභාගී වුණේ 2019. හැබැයි අදටත් ඒ මිත්‍රත්වය අපිට ඉදිරියට තියාගෙන යෑමේ හැකියාවක් හම්බෙලා තියෙනවා. ඉතින් මම අවසාන වශයෙන් එන්න කැමති ප්‍රධානම තැනට මේකේ රෂියන් කල්චර් සෙන්ටර් එක. මොකද මට මේ වගේ අවස්ථාවක් හම්බුනේ මම රෂියන් කල්චර් සෙන්ටර් එකට සම්බන්ධ වීමත් එක්ක. අතරම නිව් ජෙනරේෂන් ප්‍රෝග්‍රෑම් එක කියලා කියන්නේ මම දැක්ක ඇප්ලිකේෂන් කෝල් කරපු වෙලාවක්. ඒ වෙලාවේ තමයි මම මගේ CV එක දාලා මේකට සමත් වුණේ. ඉතින් රෂියන් කල්චර් සෙන්ටර් එකේ තියෙන Facebook page එකක් ලයික් කරන්න. ඒකත් එක්ක ඒකේ ඔක්කොම ඔපචුනිටිස් දානවා. ඒ කියන්නේ විදේශ මේ සාමාන්‍යයෙන් අපි දන්න දෙයක් තමයි රුසියාව සම්බන්ධයෙන් එක එක ආයතන ශිෂ්‍යත්ව වැඩසටහන් දෙනවා කියලා කියනවා. නමුත් ඔබට සහතික විය හැකි ගිහිල්ලා අතනමා නොවන එකම ආයතනය රෂියන් කල්චර් සෙන්ටර් එකෙන් නිකුත් කරන ශිෂ්‍යත්ව පමණයි. ඉතින් ඔබට පුළුවන් කිසිදු මුදල් වියදම් කිරීමකින් තොරව ඒ වගේම ඔබට හැකි අධ්‍යාපනයක් ලබාගෙන ඒ වගේම අපෙන් රෂියන් කල්චර් සෙන්ටර් එකට මොනවද වෙන්න ඕනේ, ඒ වගේම අපෙන් කොයි වගේ ෆීඩ්බැක් එකක්ද ඒගොල්ලන්ට වෙන්න ඕනේ කියන එකත් අවබෝධය ලබා ගැනීම මේවා අවබෝධය ලබා දීම සහ මේ දේවල් කටයුතු කිරීම ඔයගලන්ට හැකියාව ලැබෙනවා. ඉතින් මම ඇත්තටම මේ සමිට් එකට ගිහින් ආවට පස්සේ පහුවෙන්දම මම ඇත්තටම ආටිකල් එකක් ලියුවා අල්තා ස්ටේට් යුනිවර්සිටි එකට. ඒකෙන් මම ඇත්තටම පිළිඹු කරා මගේ ඇස් දෙකෙන් දැක්ක දේවල් කොච්චර හොඳ දේවල්ද ඒ වගේම මිනිස්සුන්ගේ රුසියානු මිනිස්සුන්ගේ තියෙන සහෝදරත්වය සහෝදරත්වය කියන දේවල්. ඒ වගේම ඒ ආටිකල් එකෙන් පස්සේ මට හැකියාව ලැබුණා රෂියා බියොන්ඩ් කියන වෙබ්සයිට් එකකින් මට කතා කරා. ඒගොල්ලන්ගෙන් මට ඉන්ටර්විව් එකක් ලබා දෙන්න කියලා. එතකොට මට ඒකත් අවස්ථාවක් හම්බුණා මගේ අදහස් තවදුරටත් ප්‍රකාශ කරන්න. ඉතින් මම ඇත්තටම පොඩි විනාඩියක වගේ වීඩියෝ එකක් හදලා තියෙනවා. මම හිතනවා ඒ වීඩියෝ එකෙන් සම්පූර්ණ මම කිව්වේ මොනවද කියලා ඔයගලන්ට පැහැදිලි වෙයි කියලා. ඉතින් මට පොඩ්ඩක් දෙන්න වෙලාව ඒක ෂෙයා කරන්න. ඔබට මේ සද්දේ ඇහෙනව නේද?
චිලානි නැහැ.
වෙන්රිකා ඔඩියෝ එකේ සද්ද
වීඩියෝ එකේ සවුන්ඩ් එක ඇහෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඔෆ් ප්ලේ කරලා තියෙනවා.
රයිට් මම ෂෙයා කරන්න සවුන්ඩ් එක. මට චුට්ටක් දැන් කියන්න මේ ඇහෙනවද කියලා.
ඇහෙනවා.
ඇහෙනවනේ? රයිට්. ඕකේ. Thank you. ස්තුතියි මට ඇත්තටම මේ මේ opportunity එක ලබා දුන්නට. මම හිතනවා ඇත්තටම මේක සහභාගී වෙලා ඉන්න අපේ youth generation එකට යම් කිසි වැදගත් දෙයක් දැනගන්න හම්බෙන්නේ නැති කියලා. ඉතින් නිරන්තරයෙන්ම සම්බන්ධ වෙන්න රුසියානු සමාජයත් සමග. ස්තුතියි.
Thank you Chilani. Thank you very much. බොහොම ස්තුතියි. Now I would like to invite for our next speaker, Dr. Chitra Lambewatta, Senior Lecturer, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Faculty of Engineering, University of Ruhuna. Graduated from Patrice Lumumba People's Friendship University. Former Chairman of NITA and Director General of Department of Technical Education and Training. Training Faculty. Consultant, Colombo Plant Staff College, Manila, Philippines, 2017 and 18. Dr. Chitra, I would like to invite you to do your speech now.
Thank you, Venunika. First of all, let me thank the Russian government for giving me the opportunity to study in Russia in 1987, where I might finish my master's and also PhD, and also now came back to Sri Lanka and joined the Sri Lankan University. And also, like in my career at the university as well as in the TVET sector, so I have experience in the TVET sector about 24 years. And as Venutika mentioned, I was once the chairman at the National Apprentice at Industrial Training Authority, Sri Lanka, where, which is one of the main TVET organization in Sri Lanka, and as well as the Department of Technical Education and Training, where I was the Director General for 3.5 years. And at the same time, I am a senior lecturer at the Faculty of Engineering. And then in 2017-18, I got the opportunity to work as a faculty consultant in the Colombo Plant Staff College in Manila, right, where we were doing a lot of consultancy projects in Tibet sector. So today I would like to address this occasion, right, with like a small presentation on for youth, because the topic is for youth now this during this webinar. So I would like to briefly discuss like the things like which are related to youth and skills for future work, future world of work, right, because it's very, very important, right, because I have seen in Sri Lanka as well as abroad, right, so what are the opportunities available for youth, right, especially in the TVET sector, and what are the skills required to acquire those opportunities, employment opportunities. So as we know, right, with the United Nations, so they have defined the youth as the persons between the ages of 15 to 24. So when we talk about this age category, we have plenty. Now, when we talk about Asia, right, so the distribution of world population, in Asia in 2020, like you can see, now it is almost 60% in Asia, right? So 60% of the world population are located in the Asian region where we are. And then when we are talking about this age categories, right? So when we talk about Asia, so we have a better portion from 15 to 24%. So that means future employment, I mean, for future employment, we have a lot of people, right? But we need to find correctly what are the required skills for the employment. And this is taken from the website United States Census Bureau, right? So this is the potential surplus working age population by 2030 in the whole world. As you can see, right, in green color, it is shown the surplus of youth or the employees, right? And in the yellow color in minus, so that is the deficit. So as you can see, right, when you see the deficit, so that is mainly in the developed countries like USA, minus 17 million employment opportunities are there, right? So that means they need 17 million people like UK, Ireland, France, Spain, right? And then Japan and even Russia, right? So they might need 6 million employment, and Australia like that. So that means we have to focus on that. I know and I believe that, and the NITA, the Youth Services Council, and the other Tibet organizations are also focusing on this. But what do we need to acquire this employment? So we need some essential skills for 21st century, right? So they are collaboration, teamwork, right? Because not only the courses will not help them to acquire better employment opportunity. So collaboration, teamwork, creativity, and imagination. So this is one of the main things which, I mean, from this program, and our friends from Russia also, they were talking about the Metal Cup. That is championship which they are going to hold every year, and our students also could participate in that. So that is also one of the objectives of this webinar as well. And then the critical thinking also, so the students should be able to think critically on the problems what they are common, and then problem solving. So when they have a problem, so they need to find a solution in a better way. And then flexibility and adaptability, global and cultural awareness, because now we are not learning to work in our local context. So we should know how to work in global. So for that, we need the global as well as cultural awareness about other countries, what is happening there, what are their cultural things. And then information literacy, yes, definitely we need IT, right? So that is also a must. And also leadership, because you should be able to work without any supervision or at home with minimum supervision. So that is also a required skill. And then civic literacy and citizenship. And oral and written communication skills, that is also required if you are thinking about the global employment, right? And social responsibility and ethics, that is also very, very much needed, right? And technology literacy, so you should be updated with the technologies available. So with, I mean, the participation of, you know, the championship or the Olympiads like this, right? In the like Metal Cup and other things. So then you come across with new technologies available in other countries. And also initiatives. So what are the initiatives you can take in order to acquire more skills? And then we can categorize, right, this 21st century skill framework, right, into like these are the core subjects where we learn in the institutions. And then in addition, we would like to know the life and career skills, learning and innovative skills, and information media and technology skills. So these are the additional skills which we require to acquire. We are So then let us see what are those. Learning and innovation skills means critical thinking, problem solving, creativity and innovation, and communication and collaboration. So those are the skills which are coming under learning and innovative skills. And then information, media and technology skills. So information literacy, media literacy, ICT. And then the life and career skills. So flexibility and adaptability, because you should be able to adapt in a different society, different work organization, so that you can be a successful employee. And initiatives and self-direction. Social and cross-cultural skills, because you should learn how to respect others, how to think about other cultures, other people's cultures. And then also the productivity and as well as the accountability, because you should be able to be accountable whatever you are doing. And leadership and responsibility, that also should be there. And then skills needed for the graduates to meet standards, performance level. So under core technical skills, you learning applied math, science, demonstrating technical and technological performances, like learning theoretical knowledge, solving complex, multidisciplinary and open-ended problems, thinking critically and making judgment. And then entrepreneurial soft skills also, that is also a must, because maybe the students you are learning, right, in an institution, in a university, technical college, whatever, right, not only to get an employment, but maybe you should be an entrepreneur, right? Maybe you can create jobs for others, so that you have to have creativity and entrepreneurial thinking, communication, making innovative use of knowledge, taking charge of financial health and civic responsibilities. So in my conclusion in this short presentation, so I would like to conclude, therefore the skills we impart to the graduates in 21st century that must prepare for marketability, employability and readiness for citizenship, having technical, digital and entrepreneurial and social skills. In that aspect, we will be able to acquire the global employment and then make our graduates employable, not only in Sri Lanka, but in other countries as well. So thank you very much. That's all what I would like to say at this point. Thank you, Enrique.
Thank you very much, Dr. Chitral, for your speech. Now I would like to invite Dr. Ravindra Koggalage, Dean of the Faculty of Engineering and Technology, University of Vocational and Technology in Sri Lanka. After Dr. Koggalage's speech, the floor is open for discussion and questions. Dr. Koggalage.
Yes, thank you, Ms. Anka. Good evening to all of you. Madam Anastasia Kovlova, First Secretary of the Russian Embassy in Sri Lanka, Director of the Russian House in Colombo, and Mr. Damita Wickramasinghe, Chairman, Director General of the National Youth Services Council, and the Mr. Lasov Alexander, Chairman of the Russian Association Young Metallurgists, Dr. Chitral Ambavatta, and other distinguished guests, our lecturers, students, and all. First of all, me thank you all very much for giving us this opportunity to represent the University of Vocational Technology. So let me share slides first.
Right. I hope you can see the slides now.
Yes, doctor, we can see.
Okay. You can hear me as well, no?
Yes,
I
yes,
just
yes.
switched to the computer. Unfortunately, that video camera is not working. That's why I use my phone as well. Okay. So let me go to full screen. Yes. So I'm Dr. Ravindra Koggalage, Dean and Senior Lecturer, Grade 1 of Faculty of Engineering Technology, University of Vocational Technology. So I welcome all of you for the celebration of International Youth Day and this event organized by Russian Cultural House. So I just thought of introducing our university, the University of Vocational Technology and the Faculty of Engineering Technology, where I am the Dean, and few research activities going on. Our university is unique in the sense we are providing opportunities for NVQ students, National Vocational Qualification. Those students can actually follow diploma levels. We have something called university colleges all around the country. They are students, those who complete NVQ level 4 or GC advanced level, they can enter these colleges for national diploma or higher national diploma, which we call the NVQ level 5 or 6. Then there's an opportunity for them to enter the university called University of Vocational Technology, and this is the only state university offering opportunity for these diploma holders to get a degree. So this university, University of Vocational Technology, they can obtain bachelor's degree, Bachelor of Technology. So those who complete NVQ level 5 or 6 are eligible, and also fill in the gap, we take GC advanced level students also. So they have to face the aptitude test and can enter this 3-year degree program. And this year onwards, we are going to offer 4th year special degree as well. So again, this is the only place for NVQ student to obtain a degree at a national university. So that's why I call this a unique university in Sri Lanka, providing opportunity for NVQ students to get a degree. In our faculty, we have 4 departments. So faculty is Faculty of Engineering Technology. In our university, actually, we have 4 faculties. So Engineering Technology faculty, we have 4 departments. Department of Construction Technology, Department of Manufacturing Technology, Department of Electrical and Electronics Technology, and the Department of Building Services Technology. So we are covering a wide variety of technology streams so that students follow degrees in many different fields can enter. So we offer specialized areas like mechatronics technology degree, then manufacturing technology degree, construction technology and resource management degree, and the building services technology degree. So this would give students to develop their skills, and so they have to spend 3 years in this university. This is a real good opportunity for them to upgrade their skills and get promotions, so go for new jobs and so on. We have industrial collaborations as well, we have signed MOUs with Oral Corporation Sri Lanka for IoT and Innovation Center, and Sri Lanka Private Limited, their main specialty is in solar power. So we signed with agreement with them to start a renewable energy research lab, mainly focusing solar energy. And also recently this year, we signed another agreement with a company called Magic Bit Private Limited to start IoT and robotics research lab. So those are few things, and there are many researchers going on. Let me show one example. Let me share another video with you, so it will be easier to get to know what is happening here. Hope this will work. Can you see the screen? Yes.
Yes.
This is a recent application our students developed for bottle filling application. So bottle filling and closing with the bottle cap. So there are very expensive machines available which are important, but this is a low cost, and we use technology. You can see the bottle caps fixed in to bottles. So this is one of the recent projects they have developed. And there are so many such projects going on, researchers going on. That's why we are really interested in kind of collaborations with Russia, because we need a lot of help to develop our technical education, vocational technical education. And so I'm very happy because you have invited us, the University of Vocational Technology, and we can see the future collaborations possible. Okay, let me go back to slides again. Right. I'm not going to take your time, because after this we have like another session. So we look forward for possible collaborations with especially, I have seen this presentation from a youth platform of professional metallurgists in Russia. We are happy to see any possible collaborations in future with the Russian embassy as well. and we look forward for possible collaborations. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you, Dr. Koggalage, for your speech. Ladies and gentlemen, now we are open for the discussion and the questions and answers session. So if you have any questions or any proposal, you can ask now. ඔයගලන්ට පුළුවන් ඔයගලන්ගේ මොන හරි ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවා නම් එහෙම නැත්නම් යෝජනා තියෙනවා නම් දැන් ඉදිරිපත් කරන්න.
Nurika, I have a question to Dr. Ravindra Koggalage. First of all, I would like to thank all the speakers for very interesting and substantial presentations, which really contribute into involvement of the participants of today's Rus-Lanka Youth Bridge into the process of thinking, and I hope in future into the process of really in fact in practice enhancing the ties between our two countries. I have such a question that I didn't get it from the presentation. What about this national vocational qualification degree provided by the University of Vocational Technology? I got it like a person who has a level gets another 6 months of bridging and another 18 months of study to get the degree, but it makes 2 years. But Dr. Koggalage said that it takes 3 years to complete the program for this national vocational qualification degree. So would you please, Dr. Koggalage, would you please clarify if it is 2 years or 3 years, and if it is available for foreign students as for now, probably on contract basis, or just for locals, for Sri Lankans?
Right now, actually, we are taking only Sri Lankan students, but we can look forward for foreign students, or possible exchanges and so on. This, as you mentioned, 2 years is for diploma or higher national diploma. They have to enter other colleges or institutes around, but they are offering only diploma. But this University of Vocational Technology basic entry qualification is the NVQ level 5. So they have to complete NVQ level 5 to enter, and we also take NVQ level 6 also. So if they have NVQ level 6, we'll see the possible exemption for the first year for those students, so that they can complete within 2 years of this 3-year degree if they have NVQ level 6 and if they are qualified or eligible for the first year exemption. I hope Madam Anastasia, you got the answer for your question.
Sure. Thank you so much, Dr. Koggalage. I've got the idea, and besides using the opportunity, I would like also to stress that as for the Russian state scholarship programs for Russian state universities, we have also programs for teachers who'd like to go for this like we call it программа дополнительного образования, like programs of additional education, which means that they can go for 6 months or 12 months or 18 months to one of the Russian technical universities to improve their skills in the professional field which they are teaching actually. So either that is some the teaching itself, meaning or probably the professional field, like for example mechatronics or something applicable as well. So I'd like to invite our respected speakers, Dr. Kogalagia from the University of Vocational Technology and Dr. Chitral Ambavate from University of Ruhuna, also to consider this opportunity for the teachers and especially probably the younger lecturers of your respected universities, since the Russian scholarship program covers not only the opportunities provided for the youngsters who still do not have a diploma or have the diploma of bachelor and would like to go for masters, but also it covers the PhD programs and programs of additional education, advanced training for those who are already working in the professional spheres. Mostly though the programs provided through this scholarship initiative are being done in Russian medium, but there are some universities which provide it in English medium as well. So I would like to stress that we should seize the opportunity because in these pandemic times, it seems that the shift, like the paradigmatic shift, is being overcome with some losses. Like we've got 40 scholarships for this year, but we are probably not getting the complete list because many students are not eager or hesitating or have some financial problems to go to Russia in this pandemic era. So that is why I would like to spread the information about the opportunities provided by the government scholarship program of the Russian Federation, so that the representatives of Sri Lankan universities also keep in mind that these opportunities are being provided not only to the A-level graduates, but also to students and to teachers as well, which is also very much important because we have very good experience of sending teachers of Russian language from University of Kelania to 6 months and 1 year advanced training programs to Russia. And I'm sure that other Sri Lankan universities could also join us in this field as well. Thank you.
Yes, Madam Anastasia, that's a very good suggestion. Actually, we have set of young lecturers who wants to upgrade their teaching skills in our university as well. There are affiliated university colleges. They are offering other lower level NQ like diploma level, higher national diploma. So it's a very good opportunity for our staff to gain technical skills and other whatever teaching skills where we can get from Russia. And I am looking forward for this. And also we have teacher training programs also. So we conduct, we have our Faculty of Education. They provide a degree program for school teachers also. So maybe we can consider a kind of training for them as well. And also we are going to offer language courses, foreign language courses. So I may look for your assistance to start a Russian language course as well in our university? Yes.
We will try to do so, though via Zoom probably, because or we could recommend some person from our list of graduates of the Russian universities, because there are many of them who can teach Russian language but do not have the appropriate employment nowadays because of this pandemic. So let us then probably discuss it further on in detail. And thank you for clarifying about this national qualification certification. I've got the idea, and now it is clear more or less for me. Thank you.
Yeah, and our students also some kind of technology transfers. They are looking for maybe various experience, including, if possible, some lab equipments or whatever, grants for them. Anyway, we'll have a separate chat for what kind of possibilities are there for collaboration with the Russian cultural house and the government. No?
Sure, we will. As for now, join the Metal Cup, because
yes,
things like this, they make the cooperation shifted to the further stage, because now we can discuss further, or we can start collaborating. And I love that idea about Metal Cup. If our colleagues from Russia are still here with us, I have another question to Александр Власов. Александр, если вы меня слышите, скажите, пожалуйста, или, может быть, Саха Биплов с нами, скажите, пожалуйста, что за команда из Шри-Ланки принимает участие в Metal Cup в этом году, если вы еще с нами, если вы меня слышите.
Александра Наврана здесь нету. Здравствуйте, Анастасия. Очень приятно вас слышать и вас видеть. И остальные другие участников, другие преподаватели. Очень приятно слышать. Короче, эти студенты, они будут участвовать в этом году, в феврале 2020, ну, то есть по этому году. Они будут, мы даем задание, кейс такой заранее, и они будут это делать. И в течение какое-то времени они нам отправляют. И потом мы смотрим их результаты и посмотрим среди участников, которые, кто делал это самый лучший. Вот, то есть там должна быть все по правилам, там все указано, там, какие они должны быть делать, как это делать должны. После этого, как только они это все завершат, мы посмотрим итоги, кто победитель, и объявляем победителей страны или университет. Как только мы это делаем, они получат, конечно, какие-то подарки обязательно. И потом мы будем объявлять тот стран, которые выиграли, и они потом еще в следующий год они должны делать тоже такие же масштаб из мировой. И мы совместно нашим помощью они могут тоже делать такие же программы.
Я поняла, спасибо большое. Это, в принципе, ну, суть, как это организуется, мне понятно. У меня вопрос, Александр так упомянул о том, что Шри-Ланка участвует, как будто у вас уже есть зарегистрированная команда участников. Она существует уже или это пока в перспективе, и мы вам ее поможем найти?
Нет, смотрите, для этого года уже все. То есть уже есть команда из Шри-Ланки, 2 университетов, 3 команды.
А из каких университетов?
Я, честно говоря, я сейчас не помню, какой университет, но там было из 2 университетов. Я в Венурике отправлял это данные.
Отправьте, пожалуйста, да. Мы хотим знать, кто уже участвует.
Да, там уже студенты они сами нашли нас, и они уже подали. То есть это очень хорошо. Даже я сказал в Венурике, что, пожалуйста, если возможно, этот вуз кого-то тоже позвать в эти сегодняшний день. Ну, там двух университет, одна университет, два команда, а вторая университет, одна команда. То есть 14 стран, которые уже участвуют в этом программе.
Отлично,
Вот
спасибо
поэтому...
вам огромное, и будем очень ждать информацию, какие университеты представляют команды из Шри-Ланки, чтобы мы именно с ними связались со своей стороны, и дальше уже у нас наверняка пойдет гораздо более плодотворное сотрудничество. Спасибо большое.
Мы тоже очень сильно хотим развивать, чтобы Шри-Ланка тоже был не один университет, это несколько вуз, и очень плотный, мы хотим дружно работать вместе с вашим стороной. То есть без вас мы не можем. То есть здесь вы, здесь как ключищий первый человек, который вам нужно здесь включиться, чтобы помочь двум странам.
Спасибо большое, спасибо, Саха. As far as I know, Dr. Chitral Ambavata understands perfectly well what has been said because it was said in Russian, and he has graduated from one of the top Russian universities himself. But I would like to digest what we have discussed with Mr. Saha Biplov to Dr. Ravindra Kogalagi and to other participants of today's Rus Lanka Youth Bridge. Actually, as for this tournament, Metal Cup, there are already a couple, even more than one team from at least two universities, Sri Lankan teams who have already got registered for this year's participation in Metal Cup. And Mr. Saha Biplov promised to give us the details on those teams so that we could also involve them into our activities and include them into the network of youth technical cooperation with the universities of Ruhuna as well and the University of Vocational Technology. I would also invite University of Ruhuna and University of Vocational Technology to join the initiative, because for this year, as far as I've got it, the applications have already been filed and no longer are accepted. But for the second year, for the next year coming, if you visit, Alexander sent us to the common chat the links to the Facebook group of the young metallurgists and the website that is metalcup.org. So I would like our colleagues from Ruhuna University and from University of Vocational Technology, as well as to my mind, it might be also interesting for Youth Services Council. Please visit those links, check it up, and I'm absolutely sure that Sri Lankan team could get that Metal Cup, if not this year, probably the other year. So thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very
next
much.
year we try to register, and we also have a Russian graduate lecture in our is here, Mr. Ra. Can you say something? Yeah.
Yeah. Ms. Anastasia, thank you very much for the offer. I too have a question, since you gave an open invitation for the universities regarding the exchange programs for lecturers. Now, if you take the Youth Services Council, under which we do have sort of, I can't say they are lecturers, but they are called Youth Services Officers, where we have one each in every divisional secretariat level. So is there a possibility we can look at some knowledge sharing sessions for them as well.
As for knowledge sharing sessions, am I getting you right that you'd like to arrange some sort of webinars, or would you like to arrange sending them to some short-term advanced training programs to Russia, or which of those?
Probably both. Maybe
Both.
start with the webinars, and yes, we can send the selective people on a short trip to Russia as well to understand and study the system there.
As for the series of webinars, I would request you please kindly to give us details as for the number of young lecturers and the field of specialization they are interested in. And we will forward this request to our head office or to the Ministry of Education for them to advise us the best possibility to have it done with our Russian state universities. Or probably we could get in touch with those universities we are already closely working with to probably shorten the way around. That could be done without delay. So I believe that by the end of the year we can even arrange that. As for the training programs,
thank you very much.
So I'm looking forward to getting a letter from you with the details to proceed.
Sure. I'll pay you a visit with the letter.
Sure, thank you, Mr. Davidson. As for the advanced training programs, this in scholarship program is a state program being funded by Russian government, and it covers all levels of education, meaning a person could apply in the same system, same sort of application for various programs, for bachelor degree, for master's degree, for postgraduate studies, or for short-term advanced training degree. And the procedure is absolutely transparent. People file the applications starting from the end of January normally up to March. Further on, we set on the commission here, and we collect all the applications, and we request probably some additional documents from the applicants. If something has been not filed properly, we correct them, and further on, we set a commission, and we rate the applications according to their normally to the so-called portfolio, which implies their previous level of education marks. So, for example, if person applies for bachelor's degree, we consider his A-level certificate. If a person applies for a PhD, we consider his master's degree diploma and a list of publications of his scientific research works. As for advanced training, normally if we get some letter of recommendation from the state authority, like Youth Services Council, and if those lecturers attach their last, so the highest level previous education diploma or certificate, we regard the marks. So if they have good scores, we at the commission make a list and provide, for example, at least 10% of the country quota. So let us start from 5 people, for example, whom we could send annually to Russia for short-term training, but it should not be less than 6 months. That is my strong conviction that if it is less than 6 months, it is no use. So they just go for tourism, state-sponsored tourism or something. Yeah. So at least 6 months, probably 1 year. That makes sense. And that makes the money provided by our government allocated properly for some useful purpose. Yeah. And besides no, as for fields and spheres of cooperation of their advanced training education, it depends on the university, because there are some universities which could do this in English medium, but most of them do it in Russian medium. So that is the matter of consideration. If you let us know which fields of advanced training you'd like to start with, we could make a list of universities which could provide it in English. Because as far as I'm getting it, you have not that many young lecturers or youth services council officers who can do it in Russian medium.
I doubt.
Though there is another opportunity, actually. If you could let them go for 2 years, there is also covered by the scholarship additional 1 year of so-called preparatory year when they study Russian language. So if they go for advanced training program for 1 year, they can spend 1 year studying Russian language and the other year of advanced training. That is also possible. So it could be considered if it is applicable in your system, because sometimes the employer or the ministry doesn't want to send the employee for 2 years to get some advanced training, because it is too long period of time. So it depends, and I'm absolutely sure that we could find some solution and meet halfway. We need to know what is in high demand, so what your country is interested in getting from this Russian state-sponsored scholarship program. And when we know what you'd like to get from it, we could offer and we could adjust to what we can offer.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Any other questions from participants to our speakers? Any other?
Yes, Miss.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, we offer some scholarships for University of California in last years. Why isn't in these years we haven't offered some scholarships?
Dear Udari, thank you for your question. Actually, we do not offer scholarships for some particular university. This government scholarship program is absolutely transparent. There is a website which is education-in-russia.com, and anybody could apply for a Russian state scholarship. Absolutely any person from any university, and from no, if you have at least A-level certificate, you can apply. If you are already studying at University of Kelania, you could apply for either next level of education. So, for example, when you graduate for your bachelor, you could apply for master's. And we got this information spread as widely as we could. So we got it printed in the newspapers, in Sunday Observer, in Sunday Times. We got it on Facebook. We got it on our website, so that everybody knows that there is such an opportunity. We separately inform the closest university of ours, for example, the University of Kelania as well, that this year enrollment is in progress. So actually they know it, and I'm absolutely sure that if you follow our Facebook page, you have also had an opportunity to see that the scholarship program, the enrollment has started. By now it is over, but you are most welcome to join it next year. We start in January, in the end of January, I hope so. And it will be the first stage of enrollment will be over most probably in March. So we'll have 2.5 or 3 months to collect the applications. And there is no underwater rocks or some hidden procedures or some special requests to some special institutions or universities. Absolutely open and transparent for any citizen of Sri Lanka. So please join.
Yes, any other question? I think Mr. Janitha Vadikalage, Mr. Janitha Vadikalage, Foreign Minister of Sri Lanka Youth Parliament, wants to share some ideas. I got a message. Are you here?
Yes, thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. Russian House, Madam Anastasia, and Mr. Damita Wickramasinghe, National Youth Services Council General, Lihini Veerasinghe, Head of the Foreign Division of National Youth Service Council, Prime Minister of National Youth Parliament, Pathum Ranasinghe, and all other distinguished guests, Russia and Sri Lanka, Sri Lankan Youth Parliamentarians, Sri Lankan Federation of Youth Clubs, and all other distinguished guests and my dear colleagues. First of all, I would like to thank the Russian House in Colombo for its decision to celebrate Youth Day with the youth of Sri Lanka and Russia, and for the discussion. Russia is a friend who has helped Sri Lanka through difficult times in the history, as mentioned by the Mr. Damita Wickramasinghe. It remained same during the COVID pandemic as well. They helped us. First of all, I heard the word that new generation when this program introduced. Yes, we are the new generation. That's good. The generation that wants to see things new. And as the Foreign Minister of Sri Lankan Youth Parliament, I would like to speak on behalf of the youth of Sri Lanka. Sri Lankan youth today is much stronger than ever before. They see realities of the world as well. And they interact really well with the world. And we can see there are very intelligent and talented youth in Sri Lanka. But you agrees with me that the youth of our country are short of opportunities. As a suggestion, I would really like to can expand the awareness of these opportunities a bit. That would be great for Sri Lankan youth, especially as a youth parliament. We hope to share our knowledge and the experience with the Russian Federation, especially Russian Federation has a huge history in politically, and you have good political tradition, and we love it. I think those opportunities will be provided in the future, and we hope to work with you as well in the future. So finally, I would like to thank the Russian House, including Ms. Anastasia, for recognizing these opportunities and working with us to facilitate them. As a Sri Lankan youth, we also have ideas to make Sri Lanka and the world a better place. So I personally hope that these ideas will work together in relationship we have built, as well as in the future. Once again, thank you. Thank you very much. I go on.
Thank you, Janitha Vadikalage, Foreign Minister of Sri Lanka Youth Parliament, and thank you everyone who are here today joining with us from Youth Parliament of Sri Lanka. Any questions? And I would like to answer one question in the chat about our social medias. We have a Russian House in Colombo YouTube channel. Mr. Geet Udana, you can subscribe our YouTube channel. It's Russian House in Colombo, as well as Facebook and Instagram. Any other questions or suggestions? So I think we can finish our discussion today, Madam Anastasia. Yes, so if you have any other questions, you can always contact us, Russian House in Colombo, from our Facebook or our direct line 0112685429. You can write to us in our Facebook as well. So I would like to thank you, all of you today, especially our speakers and our partners, our other organizations who joined with us today to celebrate this International Youth Day. Thank you very much everyone for our event today, and we believe this will strengthen the youth relationships between our two countries, Sri Lanka and Russia. Together we can make today's dreams become tomorrow's realities. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.